On August 22nd, Iryna Zarutska was stabbed to death on the rail system in Charlotte, North Carolina by a savage career criminal. This is a public transportation system that many in the area use every single day to go to school and work.
Yeah, for many people, the Blue Line is a daily route to work, school, or home. But after this attack, many are questioning the safety.
I was shocked to hear that. I was like, really? Because I just wrote it like hours before. Like, I'd be on there all the time. I have had words with people, but never violent.
August 22nd, 2025. Charlotte's South End at the edge of night.
Obviously, you get your few people here and there that may cause some type of concern. Like yesterday, I did get followed actually on the train, but I think that's unfortunately, that's normal for women.
And others not so surprised.
But I don't feel safe riding public transportation, but I gotta go to work and I gotta get from point A to point B.
Brown did not have a valid ticket.
Glass towers blink, small restaurants clean up, trains still run on schedule. On one ordinary evening, an ordinary ride would not end ordinarily. Her name was Iryna Zarutska. She was 23, a young woman who had fled a war and come to the United States seeking safety and a future. Friends and family say she loved the chance to start anew. That night, she texted her boyfriend that she would be home soon after work. These are the ordinary details that make the story unbearably personal. She boarded the Lynx Blue Line at East-West Boulevard. Surveillance footage later shows her enter the train, take an aisle seat, and settle in like anyone at the end of a long day. The man who would be accused of attacking her is visible nearby in the same train. Minutes later, the footage shows a brief, sudden act of violence. According to investigators, the suspect pulled a pocket knife and attacked the woman from behind. She was fatally wounded and collapsed in the aisle. Passengers reacted. The attacker got off at the next stop. These events unfolded within a handful of minutes. Ordinary travel turned tragic. When transit agency surveillance video and local reporting surfaced, the footage spread rapidly across social platforms and the airwaves. The killing touched many, raising questions about transit safety, mental health pathways, and how communities protect people who use public transportation. Officials, advocates, and neighbors began to ask the same hard questions. Could this have been prevented? What gaps in care and safety allowed it to happen?
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people. Really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists. And they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life, with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand. 24 of the top 25 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrat mayors. 50 people were murdered in Chicago in recent weeks, with hundreds being shot. And it's time to stop this madness. The people of our country need to insist on protection, safety, law, and order. We have proven that it can be done because we did it right here in D.C., District of Columbia. The capital of America was a bloodthirsty, horrible, dangerous place, one of the worst. And now it's a crime-free city, and we're going to keep it that way. It can be done, it can happen fast. All we want is, please, Mr. President, we need help. Chicago needs help. Other cities needs help. We'll do what has to be done because we're going to make America safe again. And that includes our big cities. We're going to make those cities safe. Thank you.
Police quickly arrested 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr. at the platform. He was charged with first-degree murder by local authorities. The Department of Justice later filed a federal charge tied to violence on a mass transit system, reflecting the gravity of a killing that happened in public transit. Investigators collected a pocket knife and other items from the scene as evidence. Her family and friends remember who she was, a life with plans and people who loved her. The community gathered, held vigils, and called for improved safety measures on transit. Local leaders and national voices weighed in, and debate spread beyond the city about policing of transit, mental health interventions, and how to balance public safety with civil liberties. This is a story with many frames. The private life of a single woman, the mechanical fact of a transit system, and the public policy questions that followed. It asks us to reckon with the vulnerability of public spaces and the duty we have to one another when we ride, work, and live together in a city. We tell this story not to titillate, but to remember, to put a name back at the center, Iryna Zarutska, to listen to her family, to hold the facts close, and to ask what changes will honor that loss, and to ask, gently and urgently, how a city can do better for everyone who turns to public transit to get home.